Hey guys, what's going on? I want to take a look at a coin that I actually haven't done a video on before, and that is DYDX. So it's a decentralized exchange. Ticker for this is obviously DYDX, and I'm currently on a weekly time frame. This chart, quite frankly, looks really good. I know we've had a big move so far, which I kind of regret missing. I wasn't paying attention to this one, but we went from about $1 all the way up to where we are now at about $3.23. Main thing I want to point out on this chart, though, is the change of structure that's taking place. So as you can see, we had this long-term bear market. We have this down-sloping level of resistance, which was basically pushing the price down whenever we came to it. We broke out, and as usual, when you break a long-term level of resistance, the price will come back and retest it. We did that a few times. We did it here, and all the way down here for a couple weeks in a row. This broken level of resistance held as support. And in the process of putting in this final back test, we potentially put in a triple bottom. So we had the low here, and here. And while this was playing out, actually, there was a pretty obvious sign that we were likely to turn around soon, and that was bullish divergence. Again, on the weekly time frame, and divergences are very powerful on the weekly time frame. So look at this. With the divergence indicator, we had a low, then we had a higher low, then a higher low, and when you compare that to the price, it was basically different than the price. So yeah, bullish divergence, and then we had this bigger move to the upside where we put in a higher high relative to this peak and this peak, and then on the pullback, we pulled back, but then we put in a higher low and then a higher low once again. In the process, we formed this symmetrical triangle formation. So actually, I'll get rid of the oscillators. So this is a symmetrical triangle, and more often than not, the price will break to the upside when it does break out of these things. And to calculate the break on that, essentially what you want to do is measure the distance from here down to the lower level of the triangle, and then just project it from the breakout point. And I measured it before this video, and it's just slightly above where we came. So we almost hit target on this break. Now, if you want to trade DYDX, there's a couple levels that I recommend that you draw. Okay, first, and this is very important as it is the current level of resistance, just take a horizontal trend line or horizontal ray, and what you want to do is just identify the low of these candle bodies right here and paste it right there. Next level beyond that, do the same thing, but do it for the low of these candle bodies right here. Actually, to make that more accurate, I'll just slide that up a little bit. So right there for me. Okay, and I just noticed as I did that, if I kind of zoom out and look right here, that's exactly where this wick came up to. So obviously a lot of other traders had this level marked on the chart as well. So we wicked up to this level of resistance, hit it to a T, came down, and now the weekly candle body closed below this first level of resistance. So yeah, technically this first level of resistance has not been breached yet because we have not closed a weekly candle above. Once we start closing a weekly candle above, then we want to look to defend it as a support level, and then it's going to be in a relatively tight range, with this being the resistance and this being a support. So between $3.57 and $4.32. But as of right now, we are pulling back slightly. So the question is, where would be a good time to get in? When I see price action like this, meaning a pullback off an impulsive move, what I'll typically do is take a Fibonacci and run it from the start of the move up to the high of the move. And this will give me levels where buyers will likely step in. So the first level, and we are holding it, we've come down to the 382 so far, but looking for confluence, if the market does pull back further, right down here at the 618 is going to be an amazing area to enter if you're not in yet, or basically rebuy your bags if you're able to sell up here, and then yeah, you can reaccumulate down here if the price comes down, and that's around $2.50. So we have confluence between the 618 retracement level and this previous level of resistance right here. So depending on what happens with Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is also currently at a resistance level, I did an analysis video on Bitcoin yesterday. It's part of the Cosmos video. So if you want to see where the key levels on that are, then yeah, just watch yesterday's video. But if the opportunity does present itself and we do pull back all the way to $2.50, again, not saying it's going to happen, this is definitely going to be a buy area for me. I'll probably actually mark this level and set an alert for it. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And another thing I want to do to identify potential upside targets, because this is a chart that's looking really good. We're basically changing the trend right now. We're putting in higher lows, as I mentioned. We just have to crack this first level of resistance, and then we'll be putting in a higher high. So yeah, shift in trend. And this one looks like it could be a runner, right? We're only around $3 right now. All-time high is about $27 on this chart anyway. I haven't looked at the other charts, but if we're able to just work our way back up to the all-time high, that's a huge gain, right? Okay, so now to identify targets to the upside, you'll see I already have some of them marked on here, and I'll show you why. So if I take a Fibonacci retracement, Now, I've already mentioned that you should probably draw this level on your chart. Again, horizontal trend line or horizontal ray right at the low of these candle bodies right here. The next level beyond that, even based on a price action, you want to do it right here at the low of these candle bodies. You see this was the level of support for about 5 weeks. And when we broke below it, it flipped to a resistance, right? So here we were supported by it for about a month and a half. And when we broke below it, it was the resistance for about a month and a half as well. Okay, so now let's run the fib from the all-time high here down to the low. And look at where we are getting rejected right now. This is a level that I mentioned to draw just based on the price action, right? The candle body lows right here, but it lines up absolutely perfectly with the 382 Fibonacci retracement level, right? So no surprise that we're getting resistance right here with so much confluence at this level. Next level up being the 50, we do not have that much confluence in terms of the price action. I suppose you can say it was support around here, but we do have a lot more confluence up here at the 618. And again, that's the level that I just mentioned where it was support for about 5 weeks. And then when we broke below it, it was resistance for another 5 weeks. So if I delete the Fibonacci, you'll see that that's a level that we already have marked. So this 618 retracement level at around $7.82, I anticipate a lot of selling pressure to come in right here. So this could be a potential opportunity to take a short position with a very tight stop loss and a conservative price target. However, you always need to be cautious when you're shorting counter trend or just when you're entering positions that are counter to the trend in general. Okay, so those are your near to mid-term price targets. Obviously, if the price works its way up here, I'll do new videos and give you updated targets. But yeah, for this pullback, I just mentioned the 618 right around here would be an amazing time to re-enter if we do pull back to that. Again, no guarantee we do because a lot of the times if the coins are very bullish, the 382 retracement is all they're going to get to. One thing you probably want to do is just extend this lower support line from the broken symmetrical triangle. Just extend that out because, you know, if we do get a big dump and for whatever reason we break below this level right here, then you can look to this upsloping trend line to be a potential support as well. In which case, if the price does pull back here and then bounce off this lower support line and this upper resistance line for a while, that's going to form an ascending triangle, which is also a bullish pattern. So any way you look at this, guys, I'm pretty bullish on DYDX. I'm kind of glad I took a look at it because this is what I'm going to keep an eye on and likely trade myself. Anyway, that about wraps it up. Just a quick update. A couple things. If you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release new videos, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you leave this video without doing that, you're probably going to have a hard time finding the channel again in the future just because it's relatively new. As you can see, there's less than 2,000 subscribers, and because of that, I'm not really prioritized in the search algorithm. Also, if you want a place to trade DYDX on or any of the other coins I talk about, I put a link to 3 different exchanges in both the pinned comment and the description. All 3 of those exchanges are offering you guys sign-up bonuses, so click the links and see what they're offering. 2 of them are going to require a KYC process if you want to sign up, but the one that does not, if you don't want to submit your documents, then check out BingX. They're one of the only centralized exchanges right now that do not require KYC. And also, if you're currently trading on Binance and you're a little bit sketched out that they replace CZ with a guy from the World Economic Forum, you might want to check out the links in the pinned comment and description as well and give those exchanges a try. And lastly, if you need a VPN, if you're in crypto, maybe you need to claim airdrops or trade or do whatever, just to have that extra layer of security. I also put a link to a promotion on a VPN in both the pinned comment and description as well. Now, they were offering 69% off. I don't know if the promotion's still on. It was like a Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. Maybe it's still on. I'm not sure. I haven't checked. But yeah, click the link and see if Nord is still offering that crazy discount. And you might want to take advantage of that because if it is still on, it's probably not going to be on for much longer. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.